So yeah, 13 with the 10 makes 23. 23 with the 6 makes 29. So basically, that's 16 years of friendship, I guess, or dealing with this motherfucker. Anyways, I play Diablo full time. I stream full time on Twitch TV, mostly due to the wonderful viewers and supporters such as Biggs and basically Drell and a lot of the subscribers out there, wonderful people, Dr. Checkmate, just to name a couple people.
Dr. Checkmate.
Yeah,
that is a great name.
He does chess for a living.
That's awesome. That is an awesome fucking name, Dr. Checkmate.
A couple people like Matt, different people. So I appreciate you guys for always supporting me, allowing me to do this full time every day. I stream Diablo for about, I'd say, 8 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I'd say more than that, but
yeah. Nate Dogg, he has a wonderful wife at home, and he has a dog.
I've got a dog.
Maybe kids in the future, we'll see.
Maybe.
And he's living a life, but he can't play as Diablo as much as he used to, like how he used to play Diablo 2 like 40 hours a week.
Yeah. Those were the days. Sitting at home in your parents' basement and doing nothing.
Here on this show to present a different perspective on how things look from a person who is a casual gamer. And casual gamer is not bad. It just means that you don't have a lot of time to put in the game. There's forces at will that prevent you from doing so you just play the game maybe as many hours as you can manage a week.
Sounds good.
And he brings a big different, like I said, look upon things I wouldn't basically see. So how did everything go for your Crusader this week as we check upon him? Any new drops, any new finds, anything interesting that you noticed in the Greater Rifts?
I got a bunch of stuff. I mean, I wouldn't say a bunch, but I got a new shield that I'm using. I haven't identified it because that's a Debo thing.
How's your Greater Rift been? How's your Greater Rift been going?
I got to level 21, and I have not been able to complete it. If you go into my stash, you'll see in the top left, 21. I've got 8 of them.
So you're just gonna do a lot of 21s and just see if you can get a Rift?
I want if I can replace one set of items. Hopefully, we can get that done now. No, that sucks.
That's actually not that bad.
Well, compared to what I have.
That's actually pretty good.
It might be better than the other
yeah, that's pretty
Hakan
solid.
boots, but...
You better keep that.
Well, I'm going to keep all of them because I have to compare them since I'm a hoarder.
That's a pretty decent one that gives vitality. That's horrible. That's
not as good.
No, that's solid.
No, but the one I have is better, and it has the same number of ricochets.
This has more strength. Oh, it has 10% crit. You'd lose 2% crit. And it has the same amount of ricochets, but then you can get vitality on it, and you have a socket, which you can put a strength gem in, which means you'll get extra damage from your passive. So you might want to look at that.
Oh, very good point.
Traveler's Pledge is pretty solid. Just too bad it didn't have a socket. Roll this for critical chance. That'll be pretty solid. It probably would beat out this one in terms of damage.
But not in terms of ability.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the arcane damage.
I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of this. No arcane damage.
You know what? Next week, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna make your Crusader an actual real build for your Crusader.
Okay.
Because Nate Dogg, he kind of likes to do things his own way and organically experience the game and just play skills that he actually likes to do. And he's a bit of a hoarder. And as you see, he kind of holds on to everything. So if you want to see something this is what usually incites rage in people.
I love inciting rage in people.
He's not bad, but he does stuff like this. That amulet has in on it. Oh, you're fucked, dude. I'm sorry. Well, use that for your wizard or something, right?
Throw it on my wizard.
I didn't even know
for some reason they ever.
Oh, Donald caught that. Very good. He almost embarrassed myself. You'd been wearing an fucking necklace.
Well, you never know.
The furnace, and if you look at his furnace, he rolled max damage. He rolled high damage roll. He got 1,000 strength and 1,000 vitality, 46 damage for release, and he doesn't even use it. And it's kind of weird. And I've talked to him about this, but, hey. I think what we're going to do on next week's show is we're going to just basically make you a legitimate,
couple builds.
A legitimate, Crusader build. And then I'm pretty sure once you get all these items, you'll probably be able to do Greater Rift 30 or up roll right away.
All right.
But, he has the Furnace, and he has the Blade of Prophecy, which is a little disturbing. You got some Shroud's Hammer. He got the Baleful Remnant. He got the Golden Flints. He got the Justine Mercy.
I did get a new two-handed flail.
What's this one? This one?
Yep.
Immovable Faith, Consecration beneath you all
no,
allies.
No, I think it was a different one.
And then, of course, you got the Crassus Retribution, Dark Light. I don't think any of these are too awesome.
No, that one. That's the new one right there. Sweep attack restores
3 wrath for each enemy hit. Yeah.
That's not bad.
And then you also got the Tasker and Theo, too, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know what I'd reroll it for, but...
They said, kind of we roll the VIT to attack speed and use a GIF and you're a boss. Yeah, that would make it pretty much crazy and stuff like that. And one person said, there will be people who would suck a penis for that furnace. So next week, what we're
if
going
I
to do...
could trade it,
I'd
give it away.
On the next show we're going to do is we're going to make his Crusader on point because he does have a lot of the... he got all the Akon's pieces so he can actually roll it, do it crazy. I do even believe he got the helmet.
I think I'm wearing it, actually.
No, well, you're wearing the helmet, but there's one helmet that doubles the gym effect.
Right there.
Yeah, he got Leorg's crown with 90%.
It's actually better than the helmet of Hakon, but I don't want to lose the bonus. That's why I'm not wearing it.
Pretty much.
That 500 strength matters.
And then, yeah, somebody said Golden Fleece is actually good with the roll-on set. I'm looking for Golden Fleece. Golden Fleece.
I don't even know what a Golden Fleece... Oh, there it is. That's the one.
Yeah. Sweep attack restores 3 ref for each enemy hit. I don't know why that is amazing with it, but that's
because think about it.
Oh, because
it's huge arc, and it's like I've got all my wrath
That makes
back.
a lot of sense.
Okay. But if you're doing Akarat's champion, what do you need wrath for?
I don't know. It's probably something more behind it. Next week we're gonna set you up with a nice Crusader build.
Okay.
And because I think you can do the condemn build. I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can because you have everything, and we'll see how that goes. So next Friday we'll set you up with a nice gear set, and we'll see how high on the greater risk we can get it. Besides that, congratulations again to 21.
All right.
And that's using your own build. I think if we refine your build, you'll be able to do 30, 31. You'll probably never go back to your old build again. You'll just be like, I can't do this no more.
I like this build, but I'm at the same time, I'm also kind of getting bored with it. The only thing I'm worried about losing is Ponyta. I love my horse so much.
I'm pretty sure you'll still be able to use the horse no matter what, though.
Yeah, but if you need this and this and this and this, that and I have to reprogram my fingers onto what is what.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Alright, so basically, I don't know if you know, they released patch 2.1 for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One.
Well, I remember when we talked about it. I don't think that it was official or something.
And then they did that. So now people got the legendary gems. They have greater rifts. And they don't have leaderboards, of course, because, people in the console can't cheat if they use hacks or whatever. But, that's just how it is. They do have a nice community, though, on the forums that basically show everybody... that just basically says post here if you're a legitimate player and you don't use hacks, which works out pretty well. And then if they find out you did use any cheats or something like that, then they report you, then they remove you off the list, and that people remove you off their friends list. Because some people actually want to play the game for what it is. They don't want to play with people who have Paragon level 5,000. They fart and everything dies on screen. So that's been pretty interesting. But one big glitch happened when they basically redid it. Is that the legendary gems, for some odd reason, they reset.
What do you mean they reset?
So, let's say you level up your legendary gem or something along those reasons. I don't know the exact bug, but it's something that makes it to the point where you cannot get anything done officially with your legendary gems.
So I level my gem up to level 25,
and then it resets.
And then it goes back to 0.
Let me see right here. It appears that the enchanting hotfix applied to the powerful version of Reaper of Souls mentioned yesterday, because they applied like an enchantment thing to make it so the costs were reduced, and it conflicted with something else. Well, one of these issues included, but not limited to, a reported loss of legendary gem progress. Until further notice, this particular hotfix has been reverted across all console platforms to help ensure the hotfix has been removed and will not impact your gameplay. Prior cycle to a console platform, turn it off and then back on before starting a game. Additionally, please note that joining an online game which is created with the hotfix active may cause players within the party to be affected by the reported issue. As a result, we advise causing caution when playing online for the next 24 to 48 hours.
So they just said, don't play our game until we fix it or you'll lose your stuff.
Yeah, I think what it actually did, they put in the new parental controls, they put in new gaming sessions and stuff
parental
like that.
Controls? What parental controls? What do you need parental controls for?
I guess so, they can limit how much their kids play, but basically it caused a big bug. It made it so that basically if you had like a level 20 gym level, they just reset everything back to 0.
I wonder how they're going to fix it.
They're going to figure out a way, and they're going to have to deal with it and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's not too big of an issue because it's console. They did revert it back so people can still gain progress, and they said they're going to fix it within the 40 hours. It might be fixed already where they're going to reissue at the patch and fix it. Okay. So it's good to see that showing ports for the console. It sucks that if you got 360 or if you got a PlayStation 3, you're not going to get anything. I think it would have been cool for them to at least give you like patch 2.1. With the gem, and then later on just be like, okay, you're not getting any more. But at least you can have the gems. But if you have a PS4, you have a 360, that's something to definitely look forward to. Mm-hmm. And then outside of that, they still have to fix if you're playing the pet build on console, you still have to go Jade build, which is the best build because pets didn't get buffed until 2.1.1. They only got 2.1 right now. So down the line, I have to fix it. But it did fix the problem where the Zunimasa set was conflicting with the ones you made from the fetish from the passes. Because you remember when they used to
replace the permanent ones?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they did fix that one. So that is very good. And they're going to get this console thing fixed out. So I'm happy to see that the console, when you think about it, they did that pretty fast when you think about it.
Well, because they probably already know how to fix it. Before it was like, oh crap.
It was August when it was created. Then it was September. Mm-hmm. And then now it's October. And they got it out pretty fast. So I give a kudos to Blizzard on that one. I really wish, though, they could have done it for 360 and PlayStation 3. But, I mean, I guess it is what it is. And you just got to be...
patient
and just be happy for what it is and stuff like that. So it's good they're doing that in those regards. And other than that, we got BlizzCon coming up. You heard Metallica is actually going to be performing there, right?
No.
At BlizzCon.
I have not heard anything about BlizzCon.
How do you feel about that? I just want to wonder, like, how much money did they have to pay them to be doing Metallica at BlizzCon?
Are gamers into Metallica?
I think a lot of them do because a lot of the streamers and stuff like that, a lot of different ones especially, even me from time to time play a little hard metal, but me is rarely, but a lot of the streams love like Metallica and stuff like that and different things.
I'm really curious as to like, are gamers in general like Metallica, or are they just like, yeah, Metallica's good? Like, I don't know. Are they? I mean, I'm not doubting their quality of music because it's Metallica. They're awesome. I find it kind of weird that Metallica will be playing BlizzCon.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people like Metallica. Even some people in the chat right now, they like Metallica.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, the only person I don't like Metallica, Lars, is because he's an asshole. But other than that, I mean, you know, I think that's going to be a lot of people there. And plus, now that's another incentive because at least if you pay for the pay-per-view, which is like $50, you get to see all the BlizzCon panels. Plus,
and you get to see Metallica concert.
I mean, you probably pay 3 or 4 times as much in all honesty with Metallica. I think their tickets like minimum like $200.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think people mind. I mean, people pay for pay-per-views to watch pay-per-views of artists performing live at certain places. So, that's another incentive for people to watch.
That's not bad. I mean, it's kind of interesting.
Plus, not to mention, you get all the virtual stuff. I'm pretty sure they're going to give you some kind of Hearthstone card for buying the package. Yeah. They give you in-game digital stuff. Nothing that's going to break the game, but it's just cool stuff to have. Like, I have my BlizzCon one from... Oh, no, this is yours. But they had one from BlizzCon last year. I had mine that says BlizzCon.
Yeah.
And it's like a little flag. I just look at it and I'm like, yeah, I paid $50 for this. And I guess it's okay.
That's the most expensive add-on I've ever had.
But I also did get that card, the BlizzCon card for my Hearthstone, too. But no one uses that because the card kind of sucks. Because they can't make the card too good. Because then everybody feels like they have to buy it.
Yeah. Well,
you know?
I don't know. I saw you playing Hearthstone. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, I was crushing people's souls. I was feeling good about myself. I just was.
I stopped playing Hearthstone. It was too hard to like not rage out.
Yeah. So outside of that, some Metallica coming, so that's gonna be pretty interesting. Rumor is, do you think they're gonna announce a Diablo 3 expansion or no?
Let's see. When did Diablo 2 or 3 expansion come out last? How long ago?
This year.
It was
came
this
out in
year. May. I'd have to say no.
Or was it? I don't think it was May. It was March.
Maybe a teaser.
It was March.
Maybe a teaser. I don't think they're gonna have specs and blah blah blah. If anything, they'll have a teaser. It's too soon. I'm sure they've got a lot of stuff. Like they've got a WoW expansion coming out. I saw they sent me an email.
Yeah, well, I mean, WoW's gonna be the big talk because that comes out in November, after BlizzCon, I do believe. And everybody, I mean, in terms of like Diablo, well, I'll go ahead and take a look at the Diablo on Twitch. It's been, I don't want to say it's dying. It's just a lot of the Diablo streamers are going over to Warcraft 3 to start streaming right now, so they can get some garner some World of Warcraft right now before the expansion drops, so then they can get a lot of viewers. So everybody's trying to get on the World of Warcraft gravy train right now. But if you look at Diablo 3, we're down to 1,788 viewers, and Path of Exile has 2.1. So what did I tell you? I told people, like, Path of Exile is a solid game and it's free, and it's another dungeon crawler, and they're actually more views than Diablo right now. The number one is Hellman, and I mean they're doing better on the viewers than actually since a lot of people went to Diablo and stuff like that. I mean, until Blizzard does an update or something like that. Like we're okay.
Yeah, the most is 300.
You know,
why aren't we on the number one? I thought we had more. Oh, we're 228.
That's not bad.
I thought we were over 3.
Well, we were up, but then when other people come on, then it gets distributed. I was the only viewer there, so that's why I get 400. Then it starts breaking down pretty evenly and stuff like that. D3 expansion is March 2016. If that was the case, that means they must have like a lot more patches and content they can do for Diablo 3.
I hope that's wrong. As much as I am a person that I don't care when they delay a game.
Right.
I would rather just have more storyline than a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
I would rather not have game-breaking glitches all over again.
Right.
I'd rather just have more storyline. But
like I said, in all honesty, I will say this. This is how I stand about Blizzard and how Diablo 3 is. For the amount of money you spend on Diablo, it offers amazing amount of content.
Oh, yeah.
It is worth the money. We're not saying the game is bad.
No.
The game is phenomenal. One of the best games out there. Blizzard did a fantastic job. There's a lot of stuff to do, multiple classes, multiple ways to gear, multiple ways to play. For the most part, not all the builds are viable top, but we'll get to that. Their Greater Rift system is a decent end game for the most part. The theme of it, that being the idea of it, the endless dungeon is fantastic. But the problem is in balancing. The D8s being able to do 49-50, the other classes are barely doing 42-43. The Greater Rift system where people are hoping, like how you said, man, I'm hoping just to get... You ever got those rifts where you don't have any mobs? You're like, I need more stuff to kill.
If I didn't have Ponyta, I would have been screwed. It's like, I'm literally on my horse, like, where is anything?
You know? So, like, that's another problem. It's not a bad game. It's just the balancing, it needs to be balanced. It needs to be more quickly done, and then reset the season. All the rampant cheating, the turbo HUD, the not resetting the people who cheated, that kind of all hurt it as well too. But I will say this. I hope they take their time before Season 2. I don't want to see Season 2 until January 1st or February.
Oh, yeah.
Because then World of Warcraft will be out for a couple months, and then as it dies back down and people are waiting for the next patch for World of Warcraft, a new season for Diablo comes out. They fixed all the stuff. They got rid of all the exploits. I'm sure there'll be more. But they can start working on the next season. So, I mean, and hopefully introduce some cool legendaries. What do you think they should do in the direction? Or do you think they should wait for the season? Do you think they should rush it? Or how do you feel?
No, I think they should push the seasons out as far as they can. I mean, without getting drastically different. But the better Season 2 can be, less glitchy, less problem-y, the better. So if they want to, push Season 1 out till June, that's fine. Don't push it out to 2016, mind you. But... I would watch someone play a season like yourself, a seasoned character, knowing everything is balanced, that this is actually how good this person is versus, well, Debo's doing it legitimately, not cheating, not doing anything, but yet he's being trumped under this person who's using this exploit on top of this exploit to get immensely better grade.
Right. I mean, it's just how it goes. Because the one thing that's still in the game is the 4-person party solo rift. That's still in the game.
I cannot believe they couldn't find that.
Archon actually made a very good... He made like a funny parody song about it, where he was basically, bust a move. He was singing over that track, and he was rapping all over it. Like, basically talking about how bad it is right now. He was like, get 4 people. Then they leave. And just, it's a funny song that explains how to do the exploit, but that's what the problem's going on. So,
right.
So we'll have to see what's going to go on. I hope they fix it in the future. I hope they look more into it. Outside of that, they did talk on a Blue Post about Greater Rift randomness. This thread has also been interesting to follow. In your current situation, you can do whatever you want. Play like God, and yet if you get a bad rift or an elite insta-gib thunderstorms, you're off screen. When you're off screen, when you didn't even know it was there, and you failed because of that, it simply feels unfair. Well, that's the whole point. Not the removal of the wall; it will always be there. But rethinking the experience of reaching it. We do acknowledge that randomness plays too big of a part of Greater Rift by now. And they did say too big, which means they admit that hey, okay, we kind of get it. And then, in that the purpose of randomness of the Diablo 3 Rift is the why it's so random is to increase replayability, which is true, and this is likely never going to change, but we do agree that there is such a thing as too random. We would like the randomness in Greater Rift to not only offer unexpected moments of excitement, but also properly test a player's skill. In short, randomness will always have an influence on progressive Greater Rift, but how well players are able to adapt to the unpredictable should be the greater influence on success than it does today. And this last bit is something the developers are working on. So I mean, that means they're working on it, and I understand they want it to be random.
That's a cop out to me.
Yeah.
Just based on a couple things I heard, and the one I can remember is how well of a player you are. Bullshit. You need to have this. If you're this class, this is the best thing to run. If you run something else, you're gonna die. They won't let you change your equipment. Oh, this guy does a lot of electricity. I'll put on my electricity gear. Bullshit! They don't let you do that. That's a cop-out. That whole sentence was bull. That whole paragraph. Think about it. Think about everything they said. They don't let you do that. You can't... It's not based on reflexes or knowledge of a monster. This person usually runs this. I need to stay away.
So what you're saying is that at the end of the day, we're all going to be wearing the same equipment. Mm-hmm. We're all going to be copying the number one build, and then we're just going to be spamming the greater rifts until we get a good rift with good amounts of monsters.
That's just how it is. I mean, I play a build I like, and it's not a good build, but I enjoy it.
But you know that if you were competing and trying to get higher,
yeah, I would not have this build.
You'd have to.
But you'd have to run. You'd have to have these items. You cannot say it's based on a person's skill as a player. What skill? I'm sure there is skills to know when to use a potion. But...
I think what they should do is just you do 3 rifts.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, and 3. Then they average the numbers. That's your rift level. If they averaged it, like you do the greater rifts, right? And then you finish at a certain level, and you finish with another one, and then you average the 3 runs. Like, you do 3 runs. And then it averages all the time together. So you might get one that you clear 41, but then you get a 35 and a 34. So it makes it more like you have to prove you can do this consistently, as opposed to just getting really lucky with one rift. And I've had rifts like that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you meant in general.
No, but like, can you imagine that if they ranked you? Like, if you go for a rank run, they run you through 3 levels or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
They do this level, this level, this level. Then they average how you did, and they produce you your thing. You know what I'm saying?
So even if you get a rare run, so let's say your max is 26, but you end up getting really lucky and getting a 29. Your average would be 27, 28, depending on what's going on, as opposed to a person who could consistently do 28.
Exactly.
That's actually a good idea.
So if they averaged it, so like say for you, right? Let's say you run through the rift. You get 1 on 21, you don't complete. You get 1 on 20, you get another 1 on 20. Then you do 1 and you get 22, right? And you're like, oh, okay, I got 22. You can't beat it, but then it averages out and say, okay, we're going to give you an average of 21. Here, go ahead and upgrade your gems.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And if not, then what they can do is, like I said, what they should do is cap out the greater at 40 and make it so just getting your character to do 40 is the best. And then basically, if you clear level 40, you get 10 points. If you clear level 439, you get 7 points. And then they give you a point system, and you get ranked on those points.
So instead of going in on a matter of a fact, it goes by how the frequency
of how
high you can go.
Precisely. So then a person who can only clear level 30, you can compete and rank up as long as you do a lot of 20s. And some people say, then that basically just make it so that it's not based upon skill anymore, and it's just basically whoever plays the most. And I said there is no skill. It's just everybody's going to run the same gear. Everybody's going to have the same items at the end of the game. Everybody's going to be looking for that rare rift. But at least if you make it so that you reward the people who are actually playing good and who are trying to consistently perform a rift, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because a lot of people are just spamming level 40 keys, failing 85% of them or 99% of the time, and they get that one rift that's really good, and then they rank really high, and look how high this build got me. No, your build only has a 1% chance of passing at this level. You just you cheesed out the rift. You were looking for a conduit strike. Could you imagine if they actually made it so that you actually have to clear the rift to get the points in the right amount of time? Or something like that. Maybe in group play it's 50 for the cap. Solo play 40, maybe 45, but let's just say 40. 45 is pretty okay. You cap it at that point, and then you award player points for completing it. Because, let's be honest, it's never going to come down to skill. It's never going to... There's never going to be any skills or nothing like that.
There is not much in terms of skill. Now, if you could survive on a build you created, then that would be skill. I notice I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, but it doesn't work that way. It works on, you have to have the Jade set, you have to have...
the certain drops, and then you have to have good rolls. Now, if they did something like everybody has the same exact gear, everybody has the same exact stats, you choose between these 3 different gear setups, you run the skills, everybody gets the same shit, and everybody gets the same dungeons, then that's one thing. But then again, everybody's going to find the best build, everybody's going to find the best optimization, and everybody's going to run that, and then it's just going to be how fast a person can do everything.
Well, you know what they can't do that you just gave me a good idea? What if instead of starting at level 1 and you play through the game, you get to level 70, and then you start doing greater rifts? What if they just started you at level 70, and they said, pick your class, pick your layout. So, give me 3 of the best layouts for Witch Doctor.
Jade build, Tall Man's Finger build, and then Tika Visage build.
Okay, so you would literally pick Witch Doctor. And then you would have a choice. Tiki, Tall Man, Jade. You click Jade because that's the one you run. You start with basic Jade level equipment. Bam. And whatever drops they are drops for Jade. So you find a little bit better helmets. Find a little bit better this. That way, you can... I'm using the Jade set, so Witch Doctor under Jade set got this high.
That would be pretty interesting. Where you
so
have
you would
different
literally...
set builds.
Because, I mean, they have not admitted yet that you have to have a certain set to win.
Yeah.
But if you were to go that route, you could actually... Like, just, instead of it making it a race to 70, then a race to the highest, what if you just literally were going on character player skill? Go, look, Jade set. This is the Jade set. I found a better Jade item. I found, something else that works with Jade.
So you're saying maybe even a different game mode that just focus on competitive aspects of it?
Yeah.
And then you just play that one build and you rank against other people. I guess you could see that, and then have maybe some of the gear or the rewards come over to your non-ranked or to the non
exactly.
So you're trying to separate the actual gameplay of what we're doing with seasonals separate from when people rank.
Yeah, I mean this is just a mode idea.
Oh, maybe not even season, a different mode. If you want to rank and you want to be competitive. This mode gives everybody the same gear. It gives you an SMK, it gives you whatever. Go at it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if they really want to compete on...
And then maybe make seasonal just about, about Paragons or something level.
Yeah, seasonal can stay the way it is. Make another play set that deals with that specifically.
I can see that.
These are the best sets.
Yeah.
I just think that there are a lot of more things they can be adding. If people are complaining about how hard it is...
World of Warcraft did? They have dungeons where you come in and it has preset... the only thing that's different is the classes. They have preset gear, pre-stats, the dungeon's set to this level, and it's hard, or whatever. And then it's all about clearing through it. So you can't say, oh, this person got better gear. Everybody has the same gear. Everybody has the same item. And they rank players based on their time clear, right?
Right.
Which supports, you can have one for solo, 2v2, 3v3, 4v4. Everybody has the same gear. And when you rank, then you get points or items, and you redeem these items so you can make your season character look cool. You could make their gear look good. You could make, okay, I want to make my gear look good. I want, or maybe this unlocks certain legendary items in seasonal, and then just have a specific mode that's only just to be played, just so we could see who ranks the best when everybody has the same shit, and then carry the rewards from that, and have a system where it carries over to seasons, or you could use it on your non-seasons. So if I ran that mode a lot and I got 1,000 Diablo points, I can go in there and buy this cool ass outfit for my Witch Doctor, and that shows people damn. This dude must be in the top 10 for ranking on the time trials or whatever. And it's all skill-based because everybody can play the same thing.
That's what I mean. If they actually want to go this route of it goes on the skill of the player, make something that goes on the skill of the player.
Well, like,
this right now, whatever
Guild Wars,
it is,
they do that. Guild Wars, everybody has the same gear. Everybody has the same items. It's up to you as a player to set the right skills and set the right items, but everybody's on the same level.
That's what I mean. Like, if they want to try and claim it goes on the skill of the person, don't blame us. No. No, we do need to blame you because you are completely batshit crazy if you think that this has skill. It has to do about grinding.
Yeah, because I think in Diablo, like, whoever grinds the most, they should be rewarded in all honesty.
But it's not even like there is a dodge mechanic, and not like in the Demon Hunter sense of dodge. Like, you can actually move out of the way, or like a lot of times you can move out of the way.
Like,
and
wouldn't it be
it'll
cool
still hit you,
if they had like maybe 15 different dungeon sets, right? And it goes up, and then like it has like maybe 2 Rift Guardians at the point, and at this versus this Rift Guardian, you need to have somebody who can stun him. So you might have the Barbarian or whoever run like a certain stun spec, and then you might need the Witch Doctor to run a Hex to actually hex this one target, and that's how you beat this level. There'd be a trick to beating each level.
Yeah,
if they did stuff like that, I know it would be kind of borderline how WoW instance dungeons are, but it'd be interesting to have something like that where players work together, and then you have modes for it where it's solo play. Where you have solo things where certain builds work better on certain levels.
It would be. And see, this is why that statement they made pisses me off. After how long have we been talking about this specific subject? 10 minutes? After 10 minutes, we've thought of 3-4 different things to contrast what you said. Yeah. We thought of 3-4 things just by going, hey, you could do this. Hey, you could do this. And you want to come and insult me by saying it's up to the player's skill? No, that's what pissed me off. Is it, you know?
Yeah, one person says interfering with the multiplayer, making Diablo more of a multiplayer thing. I said they could do that for solo and multiplayer.
Yeah, I mean
they could have solo risks where you go in and maybe like you have to run a certain effect to deal with a certain mob because it got some crazy ass effects. You might need to run Hex, or you might need to run zombie dogs, or you might need to run a bunch of pets because maybe they don't. The enemy takes reduced damage from spell cast, and you might need to do a Jade build on this one because
takes extra damage from Bogadile.
Exactly, or something like that. I mean, and make it more like World of Warcraft. I know that's horrible, but these are just ideas to if you actually want to have some type of competitive play seriously. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I mean, the current system like this is just a little bit ridiculous, but. I mean, like I said, the base game of Diablo is fantastic. I do enjoy playing it, and it's awesome. It's just, we just want the game to be better than Diablo 2, that's all. And that's big shoes to fill. It's not easy.
Yeah, that is very big shoes
to
fill.
And, you know, it's only been out a couple years, and we need 10 years. I think it's going to take them a good solid 10 years before they get Diablo 3, where it's just like, we look back and we're like, damn, this is a solid-ass game. You remember when this game...
You remember that glitch?
You know, and that kind of stuff like that. But, and anyways, I think in closing... just keep searching for that Goblin Rift, Nate Dog, and then next Friday we'll go ahead and set up your Crusader. I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream here. Appreciate all you guys watching the stream and doing stuff like that. The reason why I'm going to stop is because I want to get the Tickle It in Visage build, because a lot of people like that build because it's easy to run and it permanently fears everything.
That's funny.
When you fear all the elites, they don't do anything. So I'm going to get that up. I should be back. We're going to go eat something, but then I'm going to upload the videos. Everything should be uploaded by 5. And I should be back online by 6. When I'm back on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Times, we're going to run until 2 o'clock in the morning. We're just going to do, we're just going to do group runs. Because what I want to do is, I'm powering up my wizard now, Miho.
Miho?
Yeah. She's going to be a firebird, so I'm like grinding out the blood shards. I go on her.
Making a wizard out of curiosity.
Just because, think about it, I have all the best ink gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I come back over to the wizard, then all I'm doing is spamming out her for her chest piece, her head piece, because I need to get the 6-piece set, so that's what I'm doing now. But we will see you guys later. As always, in closing, Nathan, do you have any words of wisdom to bestow upon the Diablo 3 audience?
Don't settle for the minimum.
What?
I just...
Minimum for what?
We can't... Just the minimum.
So, like... If I get in line, and I'm like, let's say I'm in high school, let's say I'm out and about, and I'm like in a lunch line getting to buy lunch, and this lady pours me Cheerios in my bowl, and I noticed that she didn't pour me enough.
You're having Cheerios at school?
hypothetically,
You're having
she
Cheerios at school.
Okay, fuck you, macaroni and cheese, right?
Okay.
She gives me a spoonful, but it's not as much spoonful as the next guy. And am I supposed to slam down my little tray and be like, heifer, I will not settle for the minimum. And she's gonna be like, where'd you get that from? My homeboy Nate Dogg. Don't worry about him. He's not here. I need more mac and cheese because I don't want to accept the minimum. And she looks at you, and then she spits in your food, and she tells you to move on. Now you got spit in your macaroni.
Yeah.
So your words of wisdom until next week.
Don't let ugly lunch ladies, when you were in middle school, spit in your mac and cheese.
Oh
That's
God.
the words of wisdom for today.
Somebody is going to have his wife at home, and she's going to be like, here's your bacon. Gives him 2 bacon strips when he wanted 3. Bitch, I will not settle for the minimum. And then now he's having a divorce because he listened to your advice, and now he's going to be losing his house.
Look, if your wife only gives you 2 pieces of bacon, you should have the minimum. That you should be getting divorced. That's just bad. Bacon is delicious. You know how good bacon is?
Okay, I'm going to stop
Other
the stream.
foods wrapped in bacon.
You're going to have people like divorcing their wives over not having enough bacon. I'll see you guys later. I'll be back at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. See you guys then. I'll go ahead and get those videos up for you guys.